Right, today, the first FM video, it's probably the most important one, tactic based. A lot of these will probably be tactic based to start with. Sheffield United is where we're starting. A 4-2-3-1 because it's just the best tactic you can use in the game. 1st of January, we're currently sat 6th in the league. Rocky start to the season. Spurs, Forest, Chelsea all dropping points there. City games drop points in Charlton. If Carabao Cup, not important, so this is it really. It is what it is. However, being sat 6th in the league currently, with by far by far exceeding the average XG of the Prem. Goals per game again, nearly exceeding that by double. Shots per game, over double it, exceeding that by over double. This is by far, it's just incredible. To be quite honest, it's absolutely insane. If you go into, and when you go to the Premier League table, you see it relatively clear there. 9 wins, 5 draw, 5 losses. Not terrible for a team that should be going straight back down. Not terrible at all. James McAtee averaging the 3rd highest rating in the league, and he's also got joint second most assists with Bukayo Saka. Incredible return from him. Absolutely incredible. You then go over to stats, your team overview, most points per game, 2 from Arsenal, most shots for Sheffield. Again, you don't necessarily have the best finishers, so just creating those chances is huge. Then you've got, have we got any others on it? I don't think we do have any others on there. We don't. However, 4th most goals in the league, 40 goals from 19 games is insane. 6 goals from corners. Set pieces are a huge part of this, and will be quite a theme throughout most of my tactics. We score quite a few goals from corners. You want to? I haven't made any signings yet. We're going to make 2. We're going to allow us to make 2 signings every window. As from January. As from this January, sorry, in the first season. So the first thing I'll be doing is looking for probably a 6'4" centre half, because 5'11" just don't cut it. So a big 6'4" centre half on this right side, in the way this tactic sets up, will score you goals. We will have a little look, just see who is doing average ratings. James McAtee at 7.5, sort of expected. Fogarden, Jaden Bogle having a good season, sort of, not overly. But yeah, that's a rough rundown from January. We'll make 2 signings. We'll come back at the end of January. Right, so the end of the season, the 2 players we ended up bringing in into January were Ivani Wissa, and he had a relatively good season, to be fair to him. 14 games, 6 goals, 3 assists. You can't be upset about that. That is actually a relative. I mean, you got 9 from 14. Really good returning. So he's a left. Well, he's inside forward. We also brought in. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because I don't want to get it absolutely butcher it. But 24.5 mil, 6'5" centre half, incredible physicals, just relatively average stats. But good heading. He didn't score a goal, which I'm relatively surprised by, but it's a bit disappointing. However, still finished in Europe first season. Might be Europa League, but it's still Europe in the first season with Sheffield. Meant to be getting relegated, and we just had an incredible season. The FA Cup semi-final Spurs. It is what it is. Do we have any top performers in the FA Cup? Cameron Archer getting an average of 8.5. Cameron Archer scoring 5 goals. It's just a very good player of the match, Cameron Archer. Just incredible. He's another one. On FM, he's an incredible striker as well. For what you actually end up paying for him if you want to buy him on a different save. And he's only 22. He's incredible value. Very good striker. I would possibly put his training on passing, just to help him a little bit, especially if you're playing 2 up top. But it's not the end of the world if you don't. Obviously, Ben Berrington Diaz goes back to Villarreal or wherever he comes from. Don't really care for him. He's not well, he was Southampton money. I'm a Portsmouth fan, so not a huge fan of him. Vinicius Souza, just a bang average season. He's a DM. Just sort of what you expect from him. But again, for a 24-year-old, he's a very good player. Stays in your team for ages. Let's have a little look at some of the stats from the season. So we didn't end up with anyone doing anything amazing. James McAtee with 11 assists. Obviously, absolutely incredible. Can't fault him at all. There's team overview. 3rd most goals. That is incredible from a Sheffield United team that obviously in real life has gone straight back down because this isn't on the updated database. But that is incredible. What do we do? 38 goals, only 9 from corners. He scored 3 goals from corners in the second part of the season. We went 9 games in a row without losing. That is also a crazy stat. Going 9 games in a row without conceding. No, without scoring. Without losing, sorry. Absolute return. Absolutely brilliant return. But again, we'll now go into the summer transfer window. Make another 2 signings is all we're going to allow ourselves to do. And see how we can now progress in Europe. I don't think it's going to change too much. Obviously, Ben Barris and Diaz goes, and obviously, what's his name will go back away. I can't find him on his list now. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. Fair enough. But obviously, James McAtee will also go back from being on loan. So we'll probably look at signing a fullback. How did the fullbacks do? Because they typically do really well. He didn't do that well. And Robinson, 7 assists from a left back in a season. Not terrible. He's not the best left back in the world either. Only got 10 acceleration. So we'll probably look at replacing maybe both fullbacks. We might actually have to make 3 signings depending on how many players leave because I haven't renewed anyone's contract yet. But we'll come back at the end of the window, see how we started the season, and see what we ended up doing transfer-wise. Right, coming out the back of the window, not really much to say other than I had to sign more players because I didn't realise how many were leaving. So I may have fucked up. So I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on a free. Which again, like I said, I didn't want to renew any contracts, so I'm not going to be allowed to renew any contracts throughout the entirety of this save. Once I've signed someone, that's it. So managing the club financially is going to be a little bit difficult. So probably have to do quite a few. What's the word I'm looking for? Free transfers. Unless we get to a stage where it is becoming physically impossible to do that, that is going to be the plan. 45 million pounds of players in. Dele Alli in on a free. Don't really care. He's not great, but he's rotation nonetheless. Felix Torres looks like a decent centre half. And for only 5 mil, we take him every day of the week. Good physicals, good heading, just good all round stats. You've got Bertrand Traore again on a free, a left footer on the right side, an inside forward. The reason your inside forwards are so important, and then being left footed and right footed, depending on what side they play on, is because your fullbacks on attack, they come and play really high. Because they're playing so high, your inside forwards sort of drop inside, which then forces your cam to be sort of almost here like a shadow striker, but it's like a natural shadow striker rather than it. You know what I'm trying to say. And you'll see the same happens on this side as well. Your left back comes up, so it forces you inside forward inside, and he'll make a run just in behind here. So something I haven't done, which I do actually need to do, which I haven't sorted out yet on this save, is I would change both your DMs, go into edit, mark sighter, mark specific position, and get them to mark each striker role. Just because, and they don't push up quite so high. They will just stick on them strikers. Wherever they go, it's holding midfielders go as well. Which, because obviously you're playing with fullbacks on attack, it just helps protect your back to a little bit. It doesn't necessarily do masses, but it does help a little bit. But yeah, not much to write home about. Had a really poor start to the season. Currently sat in 15th on 3 points from 4 games after losing to Villa 2-1 at home, which is a bit rough. Whitewash Forest out of absolutely nowhere. Cameron Archer getting 2 goals again. Bertrand Traore, Dele Alli and Whistle getting 1. Losing to West Ham at home, again, not a result we're necessarily happy with. And losing 5-1 to Leicester, I can't explain what's happened in that situation. Really do not have a clue. But start of the season, we've got 3 or 4 new players in. So yeah, it's just giving them a chance to play and get to play with each other, because it does go a very long way starting the same 11 as much as you possibly can. But yeah, we'll go through to January and do the same there. Right, well, the plan would be to sign players in January. However, the club has ended up in a takeover process. Transfer embargo. Probably won't be able to do anything throughout January. So we're going to give this window a miss. Work within wage budget. I don't know what else I said about that. I can't adjust it because we're in a transfer embargo again. Balls go for a takeover. Bit annoying. Not the end of the world. However, new signings and how are they doing? Amada. Don't know if I showed you that I signed him. Can't remember. Really good start, to be fair. As soon as he's playing off the right, and I said in the last video, or in the last clip, sorry, you want a left foot on the right side. But Armada for 9 million, I could not say no to. It was impossible. So I went and signed him anyway, despite that. And he has so far done very well, to be fair to him. From 22 games, 5 goals, 11 assists. Not going to complain at all. Again, Liviger, I think I say I can pronounce his name, is Croatian. Incredible cam, central cam. Yes, he's 30 when I signed him, whatever. For 10 mil, incredible player. Incredible. 19 games, 13 goals, 4 assists. Got no complaints over his age. Couldn't care less. Wisser, again, just a bit of an average season, to be fair to him, but 13 goal contributions from 24 games. Still going relatively okay. League has been a bit tougher this season. As you'd expect, we still haven't made massive amounts of signings. We pretty much just replaced what we've lost. So it's not the end of the world. Still got a game in hand as well. Still win that game in hand. Obviously, we can go to like 10th, lurking around Europe still. But it's not the end of the world, because in Europe we've guaranteed ourselves a playoff spot already, and we've had a magnificent run. Salford in the Carabao Cup, don't mind too much about that, to be honest. But again, not going to try to pronounce that. 4-1. Antwerp 1-0. Leipzig 2-1. Basel 3-2. Trabzonspor, that's a bit rougher 2-0 loss there, but again, we're not going to complain too much. Last 2 games are Rangers and Copenhagen. We should get automatic qualification for Europe. And then again, you look at the teams in the top. Chelsea, obviously a problem. Lille, I'd like to think we beat. Nice, I think we beat. Villarreal, them. I know we lost them in the league phase. Still think we beat them if we go to a cup game. Atalanta would be a tough game. Leipzig we beat. Lazio, I think we could beat. Sporting, Copenhagen, Bayern. There's a good chance we could go far. If we don't get Europe again, it'd be a little bit disappointing. But it is what it is, especially now being a transfer embargo as well. I'm going to obviously I'm going to play through. Hopefully we can make some signings to sort of give us a little bit more depth. But there's no guarantee because of the embargo. Right. That is it. We didn't come out of the transfer embargo. So we couldn't sign anyone in January, which is a little bit rough. I don't think we did anyway. I will just double check. But I don't believe we signed anyone. No signings in January. So we had this 11 starting pretty much every game. He's leaving. Pretty much every game throughout the season. We're relatively okay. In the league, we finished 10th. Not mad. Still got 15. We broke even. 15 wins, 15 losses. Not going to kick up a fuss about it. An 86 goal difference. Big change over last season. Our top goal scorer being our Cam, by the way. What a signing this man was for 10 mil. What an absolute baller he is. The fact he can play on the left-hand striker as well. You can just play wherever you want, wherever you need him. Incredible signing. Didn't do that well in the league. However, we did beat Leipzig in the final of the Europa League, which gives us Champions League. And Thiago Almada scoring 7 goals for us in the Europa League is crazy. Most player of matches, that is the only stat we had relevant here to anything. But what a run we had. In the semi-final, we beat Chelsea 6-4 on aggregate. Incredible. In the quarterfinals, we beat Bayern Leverkusen 5-3 on aggregate. Round of 16, we lost the first leg to Sevilla 4-2, I think it was, and then came back and won the second leg 8-2. Absurdity. Absolutely absurd that was. But yeah, overall, really good season. Can't complain about anyone. I might have to re-sign people on new contracts. I'm thinking maybe, because players like Cameron Archer, I really don't want to lose. So I'm a bit undecided on what the technicalities are behind this save yet. But like I said, it's my first sort of series/video thing. So it's all going to be experimenting to see what works, to see what you guys want at the same time. So we're going to be hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. But yeah, other than that, we'll have a little look and see on average ratings. Adam Davies being top for some reason. I'm guessing he didn't play. Yeah, 6 games, that's why. He had the best average rating. Other than that, it was our Cam. He was also our top goal scorer. Yeah, just ahead of Cameron Archer with 3 more goals. However, 12 more assists. That's quite a big jump. Wisser again, what a signing he's been, by the way. Like, he will be getting a new contract for 14 mil from Brentford since he's joined us. Let's have a little look at what he's done since he's joined us. He has joined us for 12 mil. He's played 14 and scored 6 that season with 3 assists. He's got an average of 7.2. And this season he's played 32, scored 5 and assists and 7. This tactic, that's an underdog tactic, by the way, is incredible. On stream, which I stream every single day from 12 to about 9 or 10 ish, we did a community save with 12 people in the Discord. And with this exact tactic, we we won the treble in the first season with Union St. Gillios in Belgium. Again, another phenomenal season.